Okay, Leeds fans, it's match preview time, and we have another trip to Birmingham. We face third placed Aston Villa at their place at Villa Park. The reverse fixture saw us actually play extremely well in the first half, but then get outdone by a couple of really good changes by Unai Emery and a real bit of quality by Morgan Rogers. There actually wasn't anything in the game. If anything, we were probably the better side over the 90 minutes. None of that takes away from the fact that this is actually an extremely difficult game for Leeds. Villa have had a really good season after a start that probably surprised a lot. They really struggled. They've picked up the form and they've actually become a bit of an outsider to the title challenge. Now, realistically, they're not going to win the league, and they're probably not going to finish second either. Them two spots are going to be reserved for Arsenal and Manchester City. However, Aston Villa have put themselves in a great position to finish in the Champions League spots. They've done this without hardly improving the starting lineup. We still see Ollie Watkins every week. We still see John McGinn every week. We still see Matty Cash every week. You know, outside of a signing here or there, really, they've still got the foundations of the same squad that got promoted. Tyrone Mings is still playing week in, week out. Now, I seem to say this before every single away fixture, but the reality is this is extremely tough and I would take a point right now. All that being said, Aston Villa have been really poor at home recently, including just losing last weekend against Newcastle at home. So do we have reasons to be optimistic, Leeds fans, going into this game? I would say we do. We have found ourselves now with one loss in the previous 6 away from home. Now, in that time, we haven't won an away game. That has to be said. However, we have picked up 5 away points from 6 games. It shows that we're now difficult to beat, even when we're on as travels. Add to this the returning of Pascal Struijk and Anton Stack, Dan James back on the bench. We do have reasons to be optimistic that we can get something from this game. And very similar to Chelsea away, I see this as a bit of a free hit. Some fans don't like that terminology, but to be honest, when you're going away as a newly promoted side in a relegation battle to third place in the division, it's a free hit. Unfortunately, we have to approach this one without Noah Okafor. Noah Okafor is going to be out for 2 to 4 weeks. However, I don't think he would have started this game anyway. So I think given the strengths returning to the Leeds United first team in Pascal Struijk and Anton Stack particularly, I'm optimistic. What do you guys think? Give me your score predictions in the comments. I'm going to go for another 1-1 draw away from home.